Shout out to everybody here live in 5 minutes. Let's get it in. Shout out to each and every one of you. Big day for me, moving quick in and out. 20-minute stream. I say that, but you never know. But 20-minute stream. Let's make it happen. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm moving today. Big day. I am moving. And so because I'm moving, I don't have everything together in a line. All my suits, all my clothes have already been moved to my other house, to my other walk-in closet. Kind of crazy, right? But shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Then I went like this, and I went to clean my glasses, and somehow the lens popped out. And so I got one lens missing. Things just aren't perfect today, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. You know what's awesome is that I got a chat full of beautiful people, man. That's the coolest thing ever. On a Saturday morning, here to learn, here to get it in, here to do what they do. So, yeah. Someone screenshot life or not in a suit. I know, right? But I do have a Bitcoin shirt on. When I'm not in a suit, I have a Bitcoin shirt on, okay? So, there you go. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. I love you guys. At the end, we'll see if I can get my lens in front of you guys. But it's super tough because it's like a thin little wire. You know what I mean? Crypto Billy, we love you, man. You're like my grandfather. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You're like my uncle. All right, sorry. You're like my great 1,000-year-old grandfather. I don't know. Why is it funny when you're a slightly younger than someone to make fun of them for being old? I don't know. It's not funny. It's not cool, right? Oh, man. I love you, Crypto Billy. I wonder if he laughed or if he's like, you know what, Sammy? You're going to get the belt for that one when I see you. But you know what? I only pick on people I love, man. You know that. Anyway, I love you all, man. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there in this beautiful world. Bitcoin looks like it may want to go lower down all the way to $47,000. I mean, there's a big fat red order there. Doesn't mean we're going to get there. That could be a Hail Mary order that never gets filled. We saw that down at 38,000 back then, but you never know. So it's something we definitely have to keep privy to and pay attention. All right. Let's move on and let's take a look at what happened to Bitcoin. So just to teach you, I was asleep. I was moving clothes last night until like 1 a.m. I was exhausted. I had a crazy night. Anyway, when you see price action, when I did the update last night, I was cooked too. And I was like, but when you see price action, and don't worry, once I get back into my new house, everything's scheduled. You'll get Sammy's brain, 100% of my brain back. And I'll be a whiz. You know what I mean? But see, we break above the 200 MA. Boom, nice move, right? We cracked it. We went low. And this looked interesting to me. I'll have to be honest. It enticed me somewhat, but as I was going to bed, what time was that at? Yeah, right there. It was right at 12 o'clock. And I was awake, and I saw this tight channel. And I said, man, that's a, basically what's called a symmetrical triangle, right? That's going to be a 50-50 shot. I mean, it ain't bad. I guess it's more Vegas-like style, right? You take a shot at this, there's a 50% chance you break out, a 50% chance you break down, right? And boom, lo and behold, when we crossed the 200 MA, which is my known signal, we would just skyrocket to the upside. And now what you can kind of see is a shoulder. It's like there's a bit of a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder there, even though it's slanted into the upside. See, the more you play with the shapes, the more you're going to see them when most people can't really determine whether it is or not, And that's somewhat of a bullish sign there. You see how it's kind of racy and it is a bit of a slanted, inverted head and shoulder. It tells me Bitcoin may start to go after some of these shorts here, back up to at least $55,000, right? Was the low there $52,528? Wow, we went to $52,549. I was able to get out of my trade at about $50,000. Let's see, I think it was $53,090. That's when I bailed. $53,042. So you got to give me credit on that one, right? And I did win that trade that I opened on the live stream yesterday at the end of the live. So had you taken that trade, you would have been heavily paid. I mean, I got out at 53.42 and we went to 52.540. So I did a dang good job. Remember when I was screaming on the chart, we were going to 54.151 and we did. Remember when I called it so beautifully yesterday? Yesterday was an amazing live stream. We had 2,000 people on the live. We had Jason Casper, we had Crypto Face, man. I'm telling you, man, everybody wants to be here at the Crypto Lifer live stream. Look, the greats come to our live stream now. You see what I mean? I'm just saying. I know. And I'm going to be humble. I think it's a humble thing, but you can see everyone, I'll be honest, a lot of people are DMing me, hey, let's, want to, amazing to see you grow. I want to work. Like, let's do, because people are seeing, you know why? Everyone else based their channels off the market and what the market was doing. And when the market wasn't doing well, they struggle, right? But I based my channel off of making us the opportunity. And I realized I was the opportunity. You know what I mean? And look at that little pump right there together that I just missed there. Sorry about that. And so what I realized, though, was that I was always the opportunity, no matter how bad this market gets, no matter where we go. Because at the end of the day, say the market tanks all the way down, I have to believe I'm on the opportunity, right? Maybe I have to find another way to grind. Maybe there's something else going on. I work on a new product. I develop a new skill. Always changing, like Jim Rohn tells me. I can never be complacent with my skills of today. I always have to be working on my skills of tomorrow. That is the definition of a successful person. Look at me. I was a skillful video editor. I had gained the skill of video editing. I was really good at it. Then I gained the skill of doing it on a professional level, which is different than just making videos and weddings, no offense. Like, I was working for multi-million-dollar companies, giving specs, understanding what the 444 color grading was, like working with color correctors, like everything had to be to a high degree, and there were so many parameters into high detail to my work. Point of the story is, I worked for years, obtained the degrees, worked, got all the accolades, got all the resumes that I could get. I was at the top of my career working for David Letterman at the end. And I learned new skills. During that time, I learned about cryptocurrency. I learned how to I had been trading on and off, and I learned how to get even better at it. I learned the skill. I watched people who were streaming. I Googled how to live stream. I learned the skill to live stream. And look what happened. I took everything that Jim Rohn told me, and I meshed it into a different world. You know what I mean? I want to inspire you, because when you make this money, when I teach you what's likely going to happen to the charts, and if it does, and you do make these gains, and you get the education through me, you're going to still have to be progressing on another level. And that's going to be success. You can't just sit there with your money and be like, So anyway, broadening falling wedge. We've seen these break out many times in our lives. We are making a lower low on the weekly, which is bearish, right? We've talked about this, so let's kind of sit and break down the weekly and have some fun here. Well, I have a crazy day of moving today, so, and I got contractors that are basically done but asked to be there till maybe 12. So I got contractors in there while I got guys moving in. The place will never be fully clean, Get your stuff out of the extra bedroom in my house for that comment. I'm not a storage unit. I know, right? Dude, my dad did the same thing. He wouldn't let me keep my Lego collection that I had in his attic. He was like, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. And I'm like, but why? But why, Dad? Just can't be there, I'm like, but you're not doing anything. You're retired, and you haven't gone up there in years. I'm just gonna leave it there for 2-3 years and flip. No. Had to get my own storage unit in Queens. My dad was hard, man. I love that about him, though. You know what I mean? Wouldn't even let me keep a Lego in the, it was 20 Lego boxes. I guess he was just, I don't know, man. I love you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you, man. Still giving back to this day. You made me the man I am today. You know what I mean? My dad was the man. Gave me everything, and it's like that whole thing, I prayed to God for strength, and he gave me more problems to make me stronger, right? Anyway, so we take a look at the weekly here, and we break it down, and we see what's happening on the weekly, and it's unhealthy. We have closed the candle below. First, I said when we closed below 58,000, you knew. I told you everything that was going to happen on the macro and the micro, and we went over it more than once, and I was bearish up here at the head and shoulder on the daily. I was bearish right here. I mean, there was bearish signs all around the board. We lost the 200 MA on the 1 hour, everything, Shout out to Brave Song Records. Beautiful morning to be out here with people that love their lives, want to achieve greatness, and they're going after everything they love. I'm sure a lot of you are going to get into the garden. I can see you do that fall gardening, that early September. So some plants, they really bloom, especially in the Northeast. They bloom, and we have these mums, right? We have all these different fun flowers that bloom in October. And I could be wrong about the mums, but I think it is mums, right? Everyone buys the mums and puts them out. And there's a bunch of other ones. I did it last year, had the beautiful yellow flowers. I just missed that. I was in a real neighborhood with real people. A gated community is just not the same. I'm being honest with everybody here. It's just not the same. It is what you think it is, like a cookie cutter kind of like, Anyway, but maybe we'll find some family vibes here. You never know. So we got a bounce here off of 55,579, and you knew that was going to be support back here. So when we came to it, once we closed the candle below it, likely we were going to test these key levels right here. And you can see we wicked right to the wicks. So like a lot of times Bitcoin meets the wicks, and 52,500 really was the low. Let's see the low of this candle right now. It was 52,550 even, which is kind of crazy how it hits these even numbers every time. 55.5 on the evens. It's just weird, man. Blessed day, lifers. Much love. Pura vida, man. Shout out to my man in Costa Rica. So, I just don't see how you don't come and test this trend line. I don't see how you don't come and test this trend line at 48.5. If that is going to be our low, then could we make a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder and break, Could this be the shoulder? Some different instances here of a possible breakout, but I just don't see how we don't go lower. And then because I'm a VRVP guy, it's just like, how do you not come down to 41,009, 41,008? And ever since I started putting my faith in these gaps in the VRVP, like they play out like 90% of the time, maybe even 99. I mean, it's just like, we lost this high volume node. It said we would come to this one. We basically did that twice now. So, that's my dude there, dude. Shout out to my man, Boss Crouton. God bless you. Thank you for being here, man. So let's take a look here now at the 3-day chart. And the 3-day is bearish. And we said that, remember? And I showed you that there was just like descending triangle vibes all over the place. And it was even like a falling wedge that may break to the downside. Kind of had a shoulder, head, and shoulder vibe. There was a bearish engulfing candle on the 3-day right there. That was a bearish engulfing candle on the 3-day with resistance, with tweezer tops, Like, these were, like, I went over all this stuff as it happened. And I still said, okay, I'm somewhat bullish in case we do this, but no. I said to you here, too, if we don't get back above, 58,000. So then me, I'm the descender triangle, man. You can even ask my man, Master Friend, one of my best friends in trading. He knows my style in and out. He studied me online for like over a year. That morning frog. Get rid of your morning frog. So look, that has a perfect coincidental, measured move to the same area that I'm talking about $49,000, right? So bang. And that's a descending triangle that broke to the downside. We pointed this out. We talked about it on the 4-hour. I made this a bear flag. Maybe one of the only people, but I did, and it was a bear flag. And it suggested that we were going to go lower with a stop loss right there. You flip on the 200 MA. We got rejected by the 200. I teach you when you lose the 200, even get rejected by it. These are key areas to watch. All right, that's why I use the 200 so much. And I even say if you can lose the 200 and a point of control around the same time, that's double whammy for a move to the downside, right? So like everything kind of coming into play the way it was supposed to, in my humble opinion. And then this was a descending triangle on the 4-hour time frame, which I pointed out numerous times. I looked at this one as a descending triangle, right? And so bang, I was unable to hold on to that bigger trade. I took it off at like $2,400. Probably would have made 10 grand or like 7 grand, right? Yeah, a third more, 2/3 more there. But I'm happy with my wins, man. And then I took a bunch of shorts down all the way, right? And I can still short if it comes my way. So by being open-minded, there's always opportunity. And by believing I'm the opportunity, there's always opportunity. What happened yesterday is over. Whether I won, lost, or did better, you know what I mean? Even if I won big yesterday, it's not here anymore, right? It's gone, right? I can learn from it, and I can take the knowledge that I gained from yesterday, but that's about it. There's nothing else more to be had from yesterday. I don't know if you about the song by Leon Bridges, but that was yesterday. You know what I mean? That was yesterday. So this also broke to the downside, and to me, it has, more bearish tones. The daily wanting to reverse, the 4-hour wanting to reverse, everything looking somewhat interesting, right? Moving averages have lost the sauce. What's weird to me too, man, I was telling you, whenever these moving averages get tight after consolidation, we usually get a bullish move to the upside, But again, so today, does the daily bounce? That's kind of what everybody wants to know. I mean, it's going to be a low volume Saturday after crazy manipulative Fridays, like, nasty dumpage. I'm sure there's a lot of shorts sleeping that they could go after, honestly. And it wouldn't surprise me, if you get some type of inverted head and shoulder here. We can begin to make this wedge and say, okay, even if you're bearish, can you break back at least to 55.8, 55.8, because we bounced right there, a little bit of rejection. You could bring it up a little bit and keep it in the middle of those. It's a zone, but it's about 55,008, 56,000. I like the 8. So when you break above the 8s, you can come probably back to about 58,000, right? The 58 is key. And if you break above 58, it's like, okay, it gives you enough to get through the gap to 61, and then you're above, and then you can go in for the weekly support and resistance at 61.5 that we had, and then it's back to 64,000, right? So like that would be the leg, right? And you would kind of break this way up, all right? So that's like your, and again, that could still be bearish. We could double top there. I'm not saying like, I'm just trying to give us our temporary possible bullish move, right? It would be something like that. And go after all these shorts that we're short. All right. So there's a chance that happens. Like, we have to be watchful for that now. All right. 22-hour is wanting to point up. The 12-hour wanting to point up. So you're getting the sauce that you're looking for. The 8-hour, everything looking kind of like, okay, that was your perfect entry point there at that 52.5 level. I think it was like at 12:31 in the morning, right? Or 4 in the morning. Anyway, so, showing signs of a move back to the upside for sure. And this is a little flag that's bullish above its 21 MA. That's the first sign. And then we're into this flag here that seems to be breaking out right now. And when the 15-minute moving averages are tight, it usually gets a bounce to the 200 MA. And then you would definitely go through this gap. So it is slightly breaking out. I don't like to buy the breakout, but technically that is a buy the breakout scenario there. But there's a 4-to-1 right there cooking, right? Looks interesting to me. And remember, we have an awesome campaign here on Weeks, 10,000 USDT airdrop. First 10 people get the hundo, everyone else gets the split more. So jump on in. It probably the first 10 jumped in, sent within a day too. 45 users deposit 500 and trade at least 1,000. Or receive $200 future bonus when the event ends. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So 500, 45 users get 200, 10 users get 100. I mean, you can't beat that. So that's for anyone who jumps into the exclusive airdrops for the crypto lifers, man. So giving back to the community. Wax was like, hey, we made a bunch of money off you guys. You did good. All right, so here you go. They'd like to do it again, but let's make sure we take our gains. All right. That's why it's so important we make our gains on a daily basis. And that's why I'm here every single day without a day off, because it never ends. All right. It's a constant battle to win every single day. And winning is a mindset. It's, what I mean? It's once you have because you can begin to win and lose it because you lose the mindset. There's people that are winning better than me, but now they're back below because they just lost the mindset. Doesn't mean they can't get it back, but it means they did lose the mindset. You know what I mean? And I've seen myself getting there, like signs of the mindset, and I say, I can't do that. I got to fight this. I got to start working out. Whatever it is that's pulling me back, I got to push forward. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just jumping in here. And I was like, yeah, quick stream, I'm in and out, but it's interesting. I see a possible reversal here for BTC. I do. And it could be a fake out on the weekend sauce, right? We don't have a lot of information, but when these moving averages are tight, I tend to get this pump up to the 200 MA, Some say, well, isn't it a bear flag? And I'd be open-minded to that. And I've been saying that too, right? And they could just humble us further to the downside. Watch the 15. There's a chance we get rejected by the 200. Look, that started this last one. We got rejected by the 200 MA on the 15, and that was it. No pass go, and we were down. I mean, what a trade right there, right? 56.8 all the way down to 52,000. Like, the volatility has been beautiful. You can't hate on volatility like that. I mean, that is just gorgeous volatility. So I'm going to see if I can pull off a trade. Most of the day, I'm going to be moving and running around like all day until like 12 tonight. I'm sure I'm going to be running around. So, but let's take a look at what we're seeing here. And I saw it on the 15, right? Which is good enough here. Dang, and I just missed the pump. It seems like you think I'm the one that pumps Bitcoin, because when I say it's gonna pump, it pumps like every freaking time, you know. But again, you guys know me. Like, I don't have 10 million multi-millionaire friends. Like, I'm not the guy that could get Bitcoin, you know, I have multi-millionaire friends, but not multi-billion and trillionaire friends. Like, I can't get the price to pump like that. It would be cool, right? But I can't do that. But that's how you know my strategies work. A lot of times you'll see I'm like long and then boom. I mean, I don't like chasing right now. I'm like chasing a candle now at this point. And it's just so against my zonage. Lately, I've been a step behind my sauce, man. I really have been. Looking for the 10-minute to crack the 200 MA. That would be an interesting entry for me. You know what I mean? That's kind of something that we're looking for. Let's go back to my perpetual here. Yeah, I'm chasing now. Dang, man, the entry was like literally 2 minutes ago. If I wasn't yapping my face off about how beautiful life is, and I get it. More charts, Sammy, less yapping, man. Get to the sauce, Sammy, get to the sauce. We don't have time for the nonsense, Sammy. I get it. I'm sorry. Never again. Crypto Billy with the belt again. Let's go all the way up to 56. Let's go to 387. All right. I mean, that would be the sauce. The reason why I like it is because we're above moving averages and we have crunched up moving averages. And there's a lot of people that are short up there. So what I want to do is I want to risk like 300 for 900, but I want to do it in two parts. So I want to open the trade in two sections if I can. Take profit's going to be 56,013. Yeah, 56K. That's the gap in the VRVP that looks likely, right? And then the stop is 54,201. Below the, and honestly, I should just make it a 3-1 since I'm going to be working most of the day. Put that to 54,137. And see what I can risk here. 275 for 95. It is the weekend, so always go light in my humble opinion. 91 for 318. I like that. So I'm in on the trade. I'm going to see what happens here. I am late on the entry. I usually don't buy breakouts at all. The reason why I'm a little more bullish though is because I like to trade this when the moving averages get collected and tight and curved. We get this massive pump up to the 200 MA. It happens many times. I wouldn't be surprised if we got it today, even though it is a Saturday. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin for the afternoon. I'll be back tonight if I get everything ready. I mean, I should be back tonight. I'll get everything ready up and have my studio built by 8 p.m. And I'll do like probably only like a half an hour stream real quick. So basically I have most of my studio down except for 2 screens and just minimal. So right now when I end this, I'm literally breaking down the rest of my studio, running to my new house, putting it all in there, then waiting for the movers to move this table. Then when they move the table, I'm going to run back to my house and build it again. You know what I mean? And honestly, I pull off the stream here with just 2 screens. So I'll put 2 screens up. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the mixer back on. I'll have it minimal style and plug my computer in and I'll just be ready to go again. So may God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I have a long day of moving ahead of me. I hope you guys keep your head on straight. Listen to the people in the trading group. Stay together. Stay amazing. And yeah. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Or tonight. Sorry, I said tonight, right? Am I still live? I feel like I lost the chat. Yeah. Thank you, Sammy. Yeah. Have a good move, man. Love you, brother. Thank you. See you on the other side. Amen. I love you all. I'll see you guys when I'm in another room, streaming from a different location again. Look, we're up in the trade. We got a bit of a pump there, right? Yeah, that's a fast 14 bucks. 3 point. Told you I'm the king of 3%. No one makes 3% better than me, man. I'm telling you. So anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Already in the green here. Let's see if we can get this pump to close the gap to the 200 MA. I've seen it hundreds and thousands, probably 1,000 times in my life. So it's very likely, but you never know. It's another one of my little tips and tricks of my subconscious mind theory that I've seen inside of these charts. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening and going on a deep dive with me here on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's 8:54. Bitcoin, 54,000. Studio, 54. 54 plus 9. 9 is the number. I was born on the 9th day and the 99th day of the year. You figure that out. I love you all. I'll see you tonight. Oh yeah, and you guys can watch me try to struggle to put this in because I have to do it anyway. It's gonna be very difficult. So here it is. It's a thin piece of plastic, you see, that moves. Like, it's not like it's a frame. And so you got to put this up in here. And you got to almost know that you got to be ready to break the plastic. That's how strong it is. And you have to know that it's that strong. And you have to get it into the track, which is so tiny. Like, this is no joke. So I seed it. I got the right side in, and then I just gotta viciously flick up the left side. I did it faster than I ever did it before. On camera. Nimble Sammy. There you go. That was not easy. I'm telling you, I made it look easy. It was not easy. I love you all. Have a great day.